Hello and welcome back to Mac at the Movies. Today I'm bringing you another weekly movie review with the film Spider-Man No Way Home. This film was released December 17th, 2021 by Columbia Pictures as well as Marvel Studios and directed by John Watts, who had also directed Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home. The film Clown is like a sort of a horror thriller clown movie, and he's supposed to be doing the upcoming Fantastic Four. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, especially with this recent Spider-Man trilogy. Starring in this film, we have a slew of actors to go through here. So we have Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield all reprising their very specific Spider-Man roles. We have Zendaya Coleman, who plays MJ, Marissa Tomei, who plays Aunt May, Jacob Batalon, who plays Ned, Willem Dafoe, who plays Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, Thomas Church, who plays Sandman. We have Alfred Molina, who plays Dr. Otto Octavius, Doc Ock, Jamie Foxx as Electro. We have Reyes Ifans as Dr. Connors, the Lizard. J.K. Simmons reprising his role again as J. Jonah Jameson, and just plays that role to a T. I love to hate the guy. Like, he's doing what he does to the best of his ability, but he's so obnoxious and annoying with the way he promotes his news. But he's always been like that ever since I was young and saw the cartoons or the other films. It's just, yeah. But J.K. Simmons, he was like born for that role. It was perfect. And then we have Benedict Cumberbatch coming back as Doctor Strange. So huge cast, and it goes on from there. But this film starts out where Far From Home left off, with Peter Parker trying to recover from Mysterio releasing his identity as Spider-Man, or Spider-Man's identity as Peter Parker. And so it's the instant backlash of that, and you see what kind of happens and goes from there. Very interesting way they kind of brought that over. I do think that they could have done it better. It seemed very rushed. Granted, I didn't watch the other two movies before going into this one, which is something I probably should have done, but it did seem a little rushed in the beginning, kind of getting them in that respective storyline. This follows then Peter trying to reach out to Doctor Strange. Well, he does reach out to Doctor Strange and requests that he help him fix the fact that everyone knows he's Spider-Man. But if he does that, everyone will forget he's Spider-Man. I'm trying not to spoil anything too much from what you've seen in the previews, but essentially Peter Parker can't make up his mind, and there is no pregame prior to generating this spell. And so Peter just starts throwing things at Doctor Strange just to add to the overwhelmingly complex spell that he's trying to cast, to the point where the spell becomes unhinged and goes wild. Doctor Strange works to contain that spell, but in the process, universes split, and people who know Peter Parker are searching through universes for him. So that's when you get all the villains coming through from other, the Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man universe after Peter Parker. And it's a very interesting story. I really loved, in my opinion, the most was Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin. Holy crap, I thought it was absolutely amazing. More amazing than his original portrayal of the Green Goblin. This Green Goblin was just next level, in my opinion. I absolutely loved it. I loved all the twists and everything that you get in this film. I do really like how You had Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield come in. More so Andrew Garfield, because I like that this film was able to sort of provide an end to his storyline. I guess not enough people like the Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man storyline. That or Gwen Stacy's character died too early in that storyline, and they maybe didn't want to promote the Mary Jane character. But I like how this one provided closure, provided like an ending with his character and his storyline without giving anything away. I don't want to give anything away. I do know he's talked about this film in length in a bunch of interviews, which I've done my best to stay away from. But now that I've seen the movie, I'm going to go back and try and hunt down those interviews, especially his, because his are the ones like, I really like the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I like the Gwen Stacy storyline in general, and I was upset that it ended so soon. I do think that one should have been a trilogy as well, but I was glad that this one came along to kind of bring in the multiverse situation and allow some sort of ending. So another thing I did like about this film is there were some nods to the character of Ned possibly being a future Hobgoblin. I do know very little about the Hobgoblin, but what I do know from the Hobgoblin is Ned was at one time revealed to be the Hobgoblin. So a few of the jokes, or well, not jokes, but storylines between some of the other Peter Parkers and everything like that, sort of kind of like wink, like hint at the possibility of that universe having a Hobgoblin, which would kind of, I would like to kind of see how that unfolds, because as has been said in many interviews all over the news, anywhere, no matter how much you try to stay away from any spoilers for this film, everyone pretty much knows that this is Tom Holland's final Spider-Man film. That being said, I don't know if he'll make an appearance here and there, or how they're even going to take that. But he pretty much said he has no intention of coming back as Spider-Man, which sucks, because I thought it did very well, and I would kind of like to see where it would go from there. But I think he said he did all that he wants to do, which may lead to future, like, Miles Morales, him as Spider-Man, or some of the other characters. I would kind of like to see where that goes from there. Or this may even be able to branch out into a Ghost Spider multiverse situation, get Spider-Gwen in there. Maybe you can reprise Andrew Garfield and as Peter Parker, and I don't know if Emma Stone would do something like that, or if they would just recast the character of Gwen Stacy for someone else. But you know, that would be kind of neat. But I do like how all this sort of came about. This was a good film. In my opinion, of the three Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, this was probably my least favorite. But I did enjoy how they brought all the evil villains back, how they wove that into this storyline, and to, you know, battle to get them back to their respective universes, and what needed to be done there. And I like the way that went about, you know, all in hopes to change for the good. I like how you had this, you know, because it's the whole multiverse situation. So I like how you had, like, there was a bit of a twist of fate in this film that I liked, that was different from what I'm sure other Spider-Man storylines like wouldn't have. I enjoyed that. So I like how this film came through and ended. All in all, I give this one a good firm 3 out of 5 stars. It was a good film, but I feel like it lacked something. You know, I know it couldn't go out on a big wallop, but I mean, you brought in all the different Spider-Verses that have been portrayed so far in live action. So I thought that was neat, how the 3 Spider-Men interacted with each other, and you know, talking about between their web and everything else, how all that's done, I thought was quite interesting, quite neat. But yeah, I give it a 3 stars out of 5. Not my favorite Spider-Man from the new trilogy, but it was definitely good. Definitely worth checking out. And I like how they finished that off. I do kind of wish they would have brought in one nod, like one final nod to the previous universe. There was, I can't remember the character's name, but I do wish that there was a nod to the girl from, I think it was Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, the girl that lives at the apartment that has a crush on Peter, brings him chocolate cake and stuff like that. I wish there was a bit of a nod back to her and, you know, her crazy family. I think that would have been a great way to kind of give one last tip of the hat to the other films. But all in all, fantastic movie. I definitely say check it out if you get the opportunity. It is a lot of fun, and I know I'll definitely revisit it. When it comes out, I know I'll watch all 3 back to back, get the entire storyline going. So anyway, everyone out there, let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this film. Where did it rank in your favorite of the Tom Holland Spider-Man films? And let me know. Also, now that we're in this multiverse, who is your favorite Spider-Man? I think Tom Holland kind of gets it for me in a bit, but I think Andrew Garfield's going to be my favorite Spider-Man of the 3. So that we don't have Spider-Gwen in the storyline. Spider-Gwen would be my favorite, but of Spider-Man and the films that have been released, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was my favorite, and I do really wish that there would have been a 3rd film, and you would have prolonged the storyline of Gwen Stacy to that 3rd and final film. If not, at least try and work in a new storyline, maybe bring in a different character, such as the Hobgoblin. I know that the role of the Green Goblin was taken on a different view in that film, but I do wish that there could have been a little bit more done with the character of Spider-Man portrayed by Andrew Garfield. So anywho, jot that down in the comment below. What's your favorite of the new trilogy? What's your favorite Spider-Man that has been portrayed by live action? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and as always, be good on one another. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Bye.